2 people are dead and 2 others injured following a shooting at a campground near the Gorge Amphitheater. And the fire situation is calming down in Benton County as firefighters manage to contain multiple fires.
And it's a chilly and somewhat breezy start to our week on this Juneteenth. I'll get you prepared my first alert weather forecast.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Juneteenth, a day off for many folks.
It is, and a very chilly one. I was walking out the door this morning.
Yes.
I was attacked by that wind that we all felt over the weekend.
Sure, attacked. I like that. Also, so cool for our Father's Day. And if you've been looking for a break from the heat, it is definitely here. We even saw some rain-snow mix in the Cascades over the weekend.
Ooh.
So, yikes, it is very chilly, especially with summer hitting Wednesday. Let's take a look outside at our lovely Dust Devils Skycam at Geisa Stadium, and the birds are up. And folks, we're almost to the longest day of the year, meaning the longest, the most sunshine we'll have in a day. That'll be on our summer solstice on Wednesday. But folks, we have chilly temperatures today. My goodness. And again, folks, we're seeing just a smattering of shower activity off in the Cascades. We could see a little bit of early afternoon showers for the mid-Columbia. And then tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit of light rain for the Yakima Valley and Ellensburg areas. So as we move along in our day, we're going to see more sunshine than not. But our highs, we are more than 10 degrees off our average for all of our cities for this time of year. So Tri-Cities, very chilly. Again, we're going to see some sunshine today. We're also going to see 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. So a lot going on for this holiday for most folks. Breezy and cool. Quick showers, warmer temperatures very, very soon as we get to our weekend. We have a lot to talk about on this Juneteenth Monday. But for right now, I'm going to send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. Tragedy at a summer music festival. 2 people are dead and 2 others injured from a shooting Saturday night at the Gorge in Grant County. It happened at the campground right next to the Gorge Amphitheater while the Beyond Wonderland Festival was taking place. The suspected gunman was also injured and is now in custody. Peter Choi has the reaction from those attending the festival.
Your panic. You just can't help but run through the scenarios in your mind. What would I do? What if it's someone I know?
A festival goer, Elijah Pinera, drove from Seattle Friday night to enjoy the weekend with his friends. Then he was in the middle of the show on Saturday night when he got unexpected text messages from friends.
I opened my phone and a bunch of texts were pouring in, people telling us that there's an active shooter, checking in if we were okay.
Pinera tells me he couldn't believe something like this happened so close to him.
In America, you see this stuff happen and you never think, oh, it could happen? This is going to be an event that I will be at.
Samantha Ashiger was watching the show when the shooting occurred.
In the moment, people were kind of spooked, so they were asking the security guards at the barricade what was happening.
She says many in the crowd were confused because of lack of information about the shooting.
The people in front of me started getting texts from their family with screenshots of the alert that had actually happened, but we never actually got the alert from the venue. It wasn't until the next morning that I got the email.
Grant County Sheriff's Office says investigators aren't sure yet of how this all started, but did say at one point the shooter was firing randomly into the crowd. The Sheriff's Office has not yet released the name of the suspect or possible motive. It says the information about the victims will not be released until the investigation is complete.
These are people who are here to have a good time. Why do something like that?
All evacuation orders have been lifted for the Hat Rock fire in Umatilla County. This as fire officials now say the fire is 100% contained. Fire officials say local farmers and ranchers were crucial in helping keep that fire contained. The Hat Rock fire burned nearly 17,000 acres, but no one was hurt and no homes were damaged. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. In Benton County, the Hanson fire is also 100% contained. This fire forced evacuations in Keona last week and grew to more than 6,000 acres. The Hanson fire was one of 3 large fires that started within hours of each other on Tuesday, and it was the largest by far. These fires are now all listed as being fully contained. Grant County authorities say they're keeping a close eye on a suspected toxic algae bloom. The Grant County Health District issued a warning for Perch Point at Potholes Reservoir, stating that cyanobacteria, also known as blue-green algae, has been detected near there. The County Health District plans to test and monitor water samples until toxin levels fall to acceptable levels. Meantime, the Grant County Health District warns people to keep their pets out of the water for the time being. You may remember a similar toxic algae showed up on the Columbia River in 2021 and 2022 in Richland. The 2021 bloom was blamed for the deaths of 4 dogs. Washington Senator Maria Cantwell toured the Port of Pasco rail project at the Ryman Industrial Center Friday afternoon. The port is building an additional rail line to the center, which will serve a huge milk processing plant that Dairygold is building. Senator Cantwell got a $3.6 million federal grant for the Last Mile Rail Line project, which helped fill a gap in the $25 million budget. Today marks the Juneteenth holiday, but celebrations have been taking place all weekend long. On Friday, a new Miss Juneteenth Queen was crowned at the Chiawana High School auditorium. Alyssa Dunstan now holds the title. And Saturday was Fun Day at historical Kurtzman Park in Pasco, with plenty of music, dancing, food, and games. And school is out and pools are opening up in Yakima. Franklin Pool opened Thursday and Lions Pool is set to reopen today. They've been closed since May for construction and installation of a new dehumidification system. The city says Parks and Rec conducted annual maintenance during that closure as well, so Lions Pool won't have to shut down in August as originally planned. We will return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us right now for a quick look at weather.
Folks, a beautiful but chilly start to our Juneteenth. And folks, we have maybe a little bit of rain. We have some winds on the way. A lot to talk about. I'll get you ready for your work week as well. My full forecast coming right up.
Plus, a stark warning about the possibility of new COVID variants. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted. Done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
Hi there, Jason Valentine here for the Great American Flag Swap. Bring your worn or tattered U.S. flag to Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking in Kennewick June 27th and swap it for a brand new Made in the USA American flag as we celebrate America together.
At Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking, we take pride in honoring the American flag. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Join us in celebrating our nation's symbol this 4th of July with a new flag for your home.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your community Chevy dealers.
Celeste Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So let's right here.
Hurry in and save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, plus get an extra $50 off with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium.
Back on this Monday morning. Well, a new warning about COVID-19. Cases are currently way down, but a new variant could change that in a hurry. Dr. Anthony Fauci spoke Saturday at the university in Italy, saying the world needs to remain vigilant to control and manage COVID. He says it is possible the virus could mutate into variants that current treatments and immunities could not control. Fauci says he agrees with the World Health Organization's assessment the virus is no longer a global health emergency, but says it will take diligence for it to stay that way. Scientists in Australia have been studying how reducing the wait period for gender-affirming care affects the mental health of transgender people. The study found that prompt access to hormone therapy lowered psychological distress and significantly decreased depression. The study is undergoing peer review and has not yet been published. Coming up, volunteers come together to sew hundreds of satin pillowcases for patients going through chemotherapy. And folks, I'll return with your first alert forecast. I'm going to get you ready for your Juneteenth holiday and the week ahead. It's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
Pasco's Grand Old 4th of July celebration begins Saturday morning, July 1st at 8 with a family bike ride. July 4th Tuesday fun begins at Memorial Park with a Kiwanis breakfast at 7, and the Grand Old 4th of July parade returns with a new extended route at 10. The Camp Patriot Show and Shine at noon with a cardboard regatta at 1. And the free Grand Old 4th of July fireworks show is at Pasco Sporting Complex at 10 that evening. More activities info at PascoGO4.com. That's PascoGO4.com.
A new roof looks great. A new roof with new gutters looks amazing. With Arrow Roofing, amazing is now more affordable than ever. Get 25% off gutters with your new re-roof. Did we mention our 50-year roof warranty at no extra cost? Don't miss this limited time offer. Give Arrow Roofing a call today.
Hey Snoop, wrong commercial. Let's go.
Where we going, Jack?
You'll see. Everyone gets to customize their munchie meal, but I'm giving you your very own.
I've been known to get the munchies from time to time.
And your own intern, Mitch.
What up, Miach?
Oh, Miach is what my grandma calls me.
And your very own.
Oh, no, I'm not wearing that.
Got it. Terrible idea, Mitch.
Build your own munchie meal. Or try mine. Only at Jack in the Box. That looks good on you, Miach.
Thanks, Mr. Dog.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Things are heating up. Good thing this Rogue has the most standard safety features in its class. Our competitors can't say that.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
Hurry. These epic offers won't last forever.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4-cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
So Richardson family, the neighbors are very curious about your new family member.
Oh, Robe Elizabeth?
Hello.
We built her when our daughter moved out so we could keep our family plan and save money.
With US Cellular, you don't need a fourth line to get the best deal. It's just $29.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines.
Oh. I guess we don't need a fourth line anymore.
This is awkward.
Now at U.S. Cellular, it's just $29.99 per line, plus every plan is price protected. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Introducing the new line of crispy chicken pizzas from Little Caesars. Large pizzas with white sauce and crispy chicken, topped with either a swirl of barbecue, buffalo, or garlic parm sauce, or choose no swirl at all. New crispy chicken pizzas available online for $9.99.
Pizza, pizza.
Portion of Cap KV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, and all fathers out there, hope you had a wonderful Father's Day. Starting to see a little bit of sunshine as our sunrise keeps getting earlier and earlier. It'll continue to do that until we get to later this week after we pass through the summer solstice. My goodness, this Wednesday. And you wouldn't know that summer is this close. Look at these temperatures this morning. We are 5 degrees above the freezing mark right now in Yakima. 44 for Ellensburg. We're in the 40s for the rest of our cities. But folks, it is downright chilly, so you may want a little bit of a coat as you head out the door. I know it's the middle of June, but that is what we're seeing. So folks, what are we looking at? It is a chilly Juneteenth holiday as we're looking at much cooler temperatures than our average. So our average is on the right and our forecast for today is on the left. Ellensburg, you're 16 degrees off your average, and we're at least 10 or 15 degrees off. So just get ready for a very chilly Monday. We're going to cool down even more as we head into tomorrow. We'll start to warm up on our first day of summer, Wednesday. Get back to our averages Thursday, and then a little bit warmer for our weekend. But still, folks, a pretty darn chilly start to summer is afoot. And we did see a little bit of rain-snow mix in the Cascades yesterday. We do have a chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity as we head into especially our afternoon hours. So as we move into, again, late afternoon, late morning, early afternoon, we are surrounded by showers, so we could see a rogue storm come really to any of our cities. But best chance will be in the mid-Columbia, and that's just in and out. So very quick showers, but still could see a little bit. Then as we head into our Tuesday morning, we have a chance of seeing some shower activity in the Ellensburg and Yakima area. So just a little bit of shower activity possible. So a little bit of wetness, but still should be very quick if it does come to your area, and pretty darn light as well. So folks, just a chance of a little bits and bobs of showers as we head into the next couple days at least, but we'll still be more dry than anything else. So wind speeds, we're going to see winds 10 to 20 mile per hour today. We're starting to see them build from the south. Light winds for many of our regions, but do get ready for windy conditions at times today, and we're going to see that continue into tomorrow. A little bit lighter for your first day of summer. Then we'll kind of level out as we head into the latter part of our week and our weekend, right around 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. So a little bit of heavier winds for the next couple of days. All right, your highs, my goodness. We're in the 63 range for Ellensburg, upper 60s for Yakima and Toppenish. Upper 60s to lower 70s for the Mid-Columbia. And do remember, Tuesday is going to be even cooler by maybe a degree or two. Folks, we are looking at one of the chilliest starts of summer we have seen in some time. So for your holiday today, we are at 68, 66 tomorrow for Yakima. For your first day of summer, 74, and then we just continue to warm up into our weekend. We're finally getting around our average by Thursday. Overnight lows will also be building up. In the Tri-Cities area, 69 tomorrow, 77 by Wednesday, and then upper 80s by your weekend. So folks, I know a lot of people have today off, and if you don't, please bundle up if you're heading out the door with maybe a windbreaker or something. It is going to be a chilly Monday and Tuesday, but we do slowly start to warm up starting our first day of summer, Wednesday.
Thank you so much, Jason. Making a difference in our community, on Friday, volunteers gathered to make satin pillowcases for patients going through chemotherapy at Cadlick Tri-Cities Cancer Center. The Cadlick Auxiliary volunteers and other community members gathered at the Knights of Columbus. Organizers say they were hoping to have 14 or 15 volunteers and actually saw about twice that many people show up to help.
This is the first time for this event. We were looking at a way to help the public realize that we needed pillowcases as gifts at the Cancer Center. So we thought, why not just throw a party and do it all together, because things are more fun when you do them as a group.
Their goal was 300 pillowcases, and these aren't just a luxury. For people losing their hair because of chemotherapy treatments, their skin may be extra sensitive, so having a special pillowcase can make a big difference. A new vintage shop has officially opened its second location to the community in Richland. Sagebrush and Bloom on Welshon Way is the place to find those vintage knickknacks. The store has 16 vendors offering items like dolls, antique chinaware, and local honey.
I was able to renovate this warehouse in like 1 month, which is really crazy. I was really ambitious and crazy about doing this, but it was fun. I had a lot of help from my husband and family, and it was wonderful. And then we all just moved in, the vendors, and created this wonderful space full of vintage fun.
The owner, Wendy Christensen, says it's thanks to the community that she has had the opportunity to open a second place of business. Temporary hours have been established for Richland's Pausability Place Dog Park. That's the one located near Badger Mountain Community Park off of Keene Road. The city of Richland provided this video of the dog park. According to a social media post by the city, the new temporary park hours are Friday through Monday, 7 to 9. The park will remain closed Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays through the end of July. The reason? This allows work crews to perform maintenance on the park. Washington State University will receive a federal grant to fund a green energy project that aims to reduce industrial emissions. WSU has one of the only 40 projects selected for funding across the country. Washington Senator Patty Murray says the university will receive $3.2 million to support a project that works to remove carbon emissions from cement and concrete formulations. According to Senator Murray's office, the industrial sector accounts for 1/3 of energy-related greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. It's one of the most challenging sectors in which to curb carbon emissions. In total, the Department of Energy will grant $135 million across those 40 projects with an aim of reducing industrial pollution by 2050. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a bear in Colorado causes quite the stir as it climbs to the side of a home.
There's a better way to buy pre-owned. Honda True. With multiple tiers of vehicles like Certified Plus and Certified, you get less worries and more benefits. Choose from the latest Honda models, which means less unpredictability and more paths to discover. And get the peace of mind you deserve, with less strings attached and more freedom. Find out why Honda True means less compromise and more of what you love about Honda.
From Cat Cave View, Apple Valley Eats.
The next time your jaws are aching for a really great seafood dinner, where would you rather be?
I'd rather be at Sea Galley. Now, isn't that a good idea? At Sea Galley, we have lobster and clam chowder and shrimp. At Sea Galley, you don't need to wait for the weekend. We offer 3 cuts of slow-roasted, juicy prime rib 7 days a week. And don't forget, we offer our all-you-can-eat salad bar. Or the Shipwreck Lounge with local beers, wines, and a variety of signature drinks. And don't forget, we've got crab legs. Come on down to Sea Galley.
So come get your crab legs tonight.
I was scared the night you overdosed, but I was prepared. I brought naloxone with me. I learned when to use it. I learned how to use it. And I know you trusted me to use it. I held your hand tight when you woke up because I wanted you to feel safe. Your life is worth saving, friend, and I would save it again if I had to.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Not everyone can say them, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
Save with Bi-Mart's latest savings book through Tuesday. Find it posted on Bi-Mart.com. Plus, watch for our next 16-page savings book arriving in members' mailboxes this week with the new savings starting Tuesday. You'll find everything you need to enjoy the great outdoors in sporting goods, pool, patio, and camping must-haves, pet supplies, and more. In-store and online, save now at Bi-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
TriQ Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland July 8th and 9th at John Dam Plaza.
Welcome back, everyone. Archaeologists have found a gleaming 3,000-year-old sword at a burial site in southern Germany.
Goodness, the sword was discovered last week in pristine condition. Look at that. Researchers believe it was left in the grave as a burial gift. They say a sword is thought to date back to the end of the 14th century BCE, the middle of the Bronze Age.
The sword was left in a grave containing the remains of 3 people, a man, a woman, and a young person, who researchers say were buried shortly after one another. Their relationship is unclear, but they were buried with a rich array of grave goods.
What a gorgeous sword. Well, check out this bear in Colorado. Oh, Buddy! That found itself in a bit of a situation. This happened Wednesday in Steamboat Springs.
The bear was caught on video hanging by its claws from this second-story window. It was finally able to leave by going back into the house, we see that there, and then through another window on the ground level.
Well, yeah, Spider-Verse, we have Spider Bear just kind of hanging outside there. And again, the bear was safe.
Good.
Didn't get hurt. I can't get over that sword though. 3,000 years old.
3,000 years old, and in my opinion, things that are buried should be left buried. So I hope it remains where it was found.
Well, it'll be put in a museum. And again, they're looking at it. It's quite a historical find, so they'll be able to kind of figure out what other swords they made in that time. So I understand what you mean. I understand. Quick look outside, everyone. Folks, we have a beautiful morning. Look at that early morning sunshine. It is chilly, though. I'll get you ready for that coming right up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, it's been a violent weekend with multiple mass shootings across the country. Plus, a cyclone rips through southern Brazil, leaving a path of destruction and numerous dead.
In today's Tech Bites, a change in VR policy at Meta. The tech company is lowering the minimum age for Quest headsets to 10 years old. Parents will still have to approve the creation of an account for kids under 13, and Meta says profiles for those children will default to private. Google is expected to make a big design change to the next generation of its flagship Pixel phones. The Pixel 8 Pro will reportedly feature a flat display, a departure from the curved screen on the 2 previous models. Android Authority, an insider blog, also says the new phone will have a much brighter OLED panel. Finally, Netflix is out with the first trailer for Squid Game: The Challenge. It's a reality show based on the super popular South Korean series. The trailer hints that red light, green light will be part of the show. It debuts in November. If it's anything like the original Squid Games, it'll be incredible. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Your house is lovely.
Thank you. I need to introduce you to someone. He was telling me how Geico makes it easy to save on homeowners insurance, so I was thinking...
Will.
Hello, old friend.
So you have met?
Years ago, we both had big dreams about saving people money on their homeowners insurance.
Yeah, just look at us now.
Your house is lovely.
Yeah, I just said that.
Okay, nobody heard you.
Okay.
I did hear you.
Geico makes it easy to save on homeowners insurance.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive contains ALA to relieve nerve aches and B-complex vitamins to fortify healthy nerves. Try Nervive and try Nervive Pain Relieving Roll-On.
Pass me a Lipton.
Gotcha, T-Pain.
Open summer with Lipton Peach Iced Tea.
Dozens of families are mourning their loved ones after a rash of mass shootings across the country. Plus, President Joe Biden kicks off his re-election campaign.
And it's a chilly and somewhat breezy start to our week. I'll get you ready for your Juneteenth holiday. My first alert weather forecast.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine, and welcome to Monday. Welcome to Juneteenth. Good holiday to you.
It's an excellent holiday.
Yes.
Not great conditions weather-wise for it, I would say.
No, it was odd heading to work this morning. It was chilly.
Yes, I felt the wind on my house last night, keeping me awake. I wanted to crack a window, but I had to keep closing it because there was too much wind.
I understand. More wind today. Let's take a look outside at our Geisa Stadium Skycam. Look at that beautiful sunshine coming in on this Juneteenth morning. And folks, we're going to be seeing a little less sunshine as we move along in our next 2 days, as we expect to see a slight bit of shower activity. Now this morning we're seeing mostly clear skies, beautiful morning, but over the weekend we actually saw some rain snow mix in Snoqualmie Pass and in the Cascades. Folks, that is how chilly things have gotten in. We are downright chilly this morning. We're a few degrees above the freezing mark for Yakima. We are going to swiftly warm up. Most of our highs will be in the mid to upper 60s to lower 70s today. My goodness, we are 2 days away from summer, so we're more than 10 to 15 in some of our areas degrees cooler than our average for this time of year. We are going to see some sunshine, though we could see a little bit of shower activity for the mid-Columbia mostly in our afternoon hours. So breezy and cool, quick showers, and warm temperatures on the way. I'll have your forecast coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to Riley.
Thank you, Jason. Juneteenth and Father's Day are supposed to be times of celebration, but that's not the case for dozens of families across the U.S. today. Their loved ones are victims of mass shootings over the weekend. Amy Kiley reports.
It's every parent's worst nightmare, tenfold.
Today's holiday is a time of sadness for many after a string of mass shootings over the weekend. At least one teenager is dead. 9 others were injured in St. Louis. That's after gunfire at a party. In Illinois,
seeing what was coming down the street, and I knew we were going to have a significant response to the area.
At least 22 people were hurt, and 1 is dead after a mass shooting at a Juneteenth celebration yesterday. 5 more are casualties of violence in Chicago. A couple hours east of Seattle, 2 are dead and 2 victims were wounded.
I guess everything just went haywire.
Officials say a suspect opened fire at a festival campground Saturday night. Near Atlanta, at least 5 people are hurt after police say a dispute resulted in gunfire at a nightclub yesterday. And close to Los Angeles, 8 people were injured after a shooting around midnight Saturday. The youngest victim is 16 years old.
You have an officer down.
And it's not just mass shootings. Officials say a man showed up at a central Pennsylvania police station Saturday and began shooting at patrol vehicles. They say he later injured a state trooper, killed this man, and got into a shootout with law enforcement.
The only analogy I could draw is a war zone.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Officials say a 4-year-old boy is stable after getting shot during gunfire in Philadelphia over the weekend. President Biden is expected to highlight his plan on climate change as he makes a campaign swing through Northern California this week. He's expected to unveil a major program to help communities, especially those in coastal regions, become more resilient to extreme weather and other impacts of climate change. The trip comes less than a week after 4 major environmental groups, including the Sierra Club, endorsed the president's re-election bid. The president heavily courted climate and environmental justice groups during his last campaign. The president held his first official rally of his re-election campaign in Philadelphia Saturday. America's top diplomat met with China's president during his second and final day of high-stakes talks in Beijing. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken sat down with Xi Jinping for roughly half an hour. It's a crucial step aimed at cooling tensions between the two countries, as ties have been fraught since a dispute over a Chinese surveillance balloon earlier this year. Earlier Monday, Blinken held closed-door discussions with China's top diplomat. Both sides have come into these meetings with a goal of improving their deeply strained relationship, but are playing down expectations of a major breakthrough. Officials with the Department of Agriculture are investigating a possible data breach related to a broader hack of U.S. government agencies. Officials say the data breach apparently involves a contractor and impacts a small number of workers. The government says it will contact and provide support to anyone affected. Officials disclosed the broader hack attack of the U.S. agencies on Friday, and they suspect Russian cyber criminals are to blame. States are accelerating efforts to block Chinese purchases of U.S. agricultural land. A growing number are considering legislation to ban sales to so-called foreign adversaries. 8 states already have such laws. Advocates say the U.S. needs to protect its food supply and military bases, while critics worry about discrimination. Less than 1% of foreign-owned farmland in the U.S. belongs to Chinese investors. One person is dead after a tree fell on his home during storms in Creek County, Oklahoma. On Saturday, severe storms moved throughout Oklahoma. According to Creek County Emergency Management, a man was asleep in his bed when a tree fell on his home and killed him.
There was a family that was inside. The husband was deceased upon their arrival. The rest of the family was transported and checked out at the hospital, and they've all been released.
Authorities say strong winds brought 3 trees down on the property, with one landing on the home. At least 13 people are dead following a cyclone in southern Brazil on Sunday. Among the dead is a 4-month-old baby and a 14-year-old. Fatalities were registered in 7 cities, and thousands are now homeless, according to local authorities. A dog in Brazil is safe after being rescued by helicopter from the flooding. The video shows the moment the dog and its owner were brought to the helicopter by the military brigade. Both were stranded in the middle of the flood in the southern region of the country. At least 13 people have died and 4 are still missing, according to the state's Civil Defense Agency. And Jason Valentine is here with a look at your forecast.
Look at this beautiful Monday morning, Juneteenth morning, but we have cool temperatures to talk about. Windy conditions, maybe even some rain. I'll get you ready for your Monday in my forecast coming up.
Plus, with fewer people willing to work long hours, businesses may be on the look to hire more teenagers to fill open positions. That's coming up.
E.T. Vault Unlocked, Jamie Foxx. Never before seen interviews that span 4 decades.
I will look like Denzel.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KVUE.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Today, Grady turns 1. Already he plans to wrestle alligators, try his hand at the culinary arts, and explore the world. With Dream Ahead College Investment Plan, you can start saving for their future anywhere in the country. Don't borrow your children's future, build it at 529.wa.gov.
There are some people who have been tricked and lied to by someone they trust, someone they may even love, someone who sells them for sex. That's sex trafficking, and it's a crime. If you're a victim of sex trafficking, know that there is hope. There is a way out, a way to a better life. There are people who can help. You just need to take the first step.
The Support Advocacy and Resource Center, SARC, is here to help. Visit us at supportadvocacyresourcecenter.org. Services are free and confidential.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
This week, GMA's hitting the road, exposing the fastest rising scams where you live to be on the watch for and how to avoid. From identity theft and fraud to romance scams, imposter scams, and oh yeah, those robocalls. How can you avoid being scammed? Watch GMA Scam You.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. Well, we turn now to the job market, an indication that Americans are beginning to take it a bit slower at the office. It comes just as more companies are looking for help from teenagers. Andrew Dimbert has the story.
This morning, new evidence that Americans, notorious for working long hours at the office, even during summer, are finally cutting back.
I'm also going to need you to go ahead and come in on Sunday, too.
Saying no to those extra hours. The average number of hours worked per week dropped to 34.3 last month. That's below the pre-pandemic average. The Wall Street Journal reports, in many cases, companies are finally filling open positions, taking the burden off everyone else. But in many other cases, workers are simply choosing a better work-life balance.
Demand is high everywhere.
And that could leave more work for teenagers this summer. Places like this water and amusement park in Maine rely on teen workers all season long.
So we're all kind of battling for a relatively small market.
Demand is especially high for lifeguards this summer due to a shortage that's forced thousands of pools to reduce hours or close altogether. But from camp workers and sports instructors to retail and restaurant jobs, teen hiring overall is up this year, and so is the pay, now averaging nearly $15 an hour, a 9% increase from last summer. Construction offers one of the highest wages for teens at nearly $18 an hour.
Teens are relatively low paid compared to other workers in the labor force. That's going to be an advantage for employers to hire teens.
Summer jobs in western states such as California, Nevada, Washington, and Arizona are seeing some of the highest paychecks thanks to higher minimum wages in those states.
And one survey found Los Angeles, Tucson, and Las Vegas are among the cities with the best paying summer jobs. Well, coming up, prosecutors in the case of 4 murdered University of Idaho students are asking the judge to deny a request to put the trial on pause. And folks, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Look at this gorgeous Monday, Juneteenth morning. Folks, that's next on Good Morning Northwest. Stick with us.
Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium.
Has your dishwasher let you down lately?
Then see the latest Bosch dishwashers at Fred's Appliance. Fred's also has models you won't find at the box stores.
Bosch means quality and innovation. New Bosch dishwashers quietly deliver sparkling dishes.
With features like third rack and a new drying system that even dries plastic, Bosch raises the bar for dishwashers.
Fred's has more dishwashers in stock than you'll see anywhere. Come in and see us today.
From Cap KVU, this is Apple Valley Eats.
We see food as like a form of entertainment, so people want the experience, and I think that's something we really provide here at Proof is the way the food's presented, the way it tastes. Again, people have a lot of options when it comes to dining out, so to be able to offer something good and that tastes good and it's quality is definitely a focus of ours. So the patio is on probably the busiest street in Tri-Cities, Columbia Center Boulevard. So if you're driving by, you'll see us. It's a little loud out there, but it's a ton of fun. On a hot weekend, you can see views of the river and just all the action that happens here on Columbia Center Boulevard. Our goal with Power Up, we opened Power Up almost 4 years ago now. To be able to go and enjoy the games that a lot of us, the 30, 40, 50-year-olds grew up playing. Was just has been a ton of fun for me. Yeah, so one of the fun things we offer is if you show your receipt from Proof over at Power Up, we'll give you $5 in free tokens. So you can continue your night on there. Proof Kitchen and Bar is our location in Pasco off of Burden. It's a larger location for sure. It also includes our karaoke bar, the Juice Box. You can rent a private karaoke room any night of the week that we're open, and it accommodates up to 17 people. I know some people love to sing, but they don't love to sing in front of strangers, so you can bring your friends and family in and enjoy that private space in your own private room, just to kind of have fun and enjoy your night.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located, and now Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope you had a nice Father's Day as well. Welcome to Juneteenth, and what a beautiful morning, my goodness. And we're going to continue to see sunshine today mostly, but we do have a chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity as we get into our afternoon hours. I'll get to that in a bit, but look at these cool temperatures. Yes, Yakima, it is the middle of June and we are close to summer, and yes, you are just 5 degrees above the freezing mark. Our other areas were mostly in the 40s, but you may want a little bit of a coat as you head out the door this morning, depending on your, ability to keep away the coolness. So let's take a look at these averages. It's a chilly Juneteenth, folks. Our average, for the Tri-Cities, 84 for this time of year. Our high is expected to be around 70. And look at Ellensburg, 16 degrees off of their average. So folks, it is a very chilly start to our week. We're going to be even a little bit cooler tomorrow. Then we'll slowly start to warm up Wednesday, first day of summer. Then we'll get right around our average by Thursday and above it as we get to our weekend, our first weekend of summer. But still, folks, we are chilly to start the week, so just get ready. And if you've been waiting for some nice relief from the heat, well, it definitively is here. So we do have mostly clear skies this morning, another beautiful morning. But we do expect a little bit of shower activity coming on in as we get to our afternoon hours. So let's take a look at our futurecast. And again, we expect a little bit of building cloud coverage as well. We will see more sunshine, but as we move along in our morning to our early afternoon, we do have little bits and bobs of shower activity possible as we get into the evening hours. Then it's going to switch tomorrow morning over into Ellensburg area, possibly Yakima, and just going to be sticking just a little bit of shower activity. And again, we have shower activity surrounding our areas, so we have a chance of seeing maybe a little bit of shower activity coming into our areas. So just keep an eye out for that. So mid-Columbia this afternoon into our early evening, and then tomorrow morning, Ellensburg and Yakima regions. So as we move along in our morning, we don't have too much wind this morning. We have double digits in Hermiston, just barely. Other than that, light winds, but we do expect winds 10 to 20 mile per hour. They're going to build up as we move along in our day, and we'll see those 10 to 20 mile per hour winds again tomorrow. They'll slow down by Wednesday, our first day of summer, then level out as we head into our weekend, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. So we do have some breezy conditions this week, but no real wind events. So as we look at our highs today, yes, 63 for Ellensburg, upper 60s, Toppenish and Yakima. Mid-Columbia, lower 70s, upper 60s, and in the the Blue Mountain region, mid to upper 60s. 7-day forecast. So for Yakima, down to 66 tomorrow. Again, we're seeing plenty of sunshine this morning, but a little bit more cloud coverage as the day goes on. And then we'll be looking much nicer and warmer as we get to Thursday and into our weekend. Tri-Cities area, down to 69 tomorrow. Then 77 for your first day of summer. and then warming up into our weekend. So folks, it is a chilly Monday. You may want to bundle up as you head out the door this morning, but folks, get ready for nicer conditions as we move along in the week.
Thank you, Jason. Washington State is marking today's holiday by making it much easier to enjoy the great outdoors today. In honor of Juneteenth, the public can visit state parks and lands for free. You won't need to pay for a Discover Pass today. And a travel alert for anyone who uses WashDOT's only ferry operating in eastern Washington. The agency says the Keller Ferry Sandpoil will come out of service Monday, June 19th through Sunday, June 25th. That ferry brings travelers across the Columbia River between Lincoln and Ferry counties on State Route 21. During that time, workers will perform ferry maintenance, which includes engine and gear work. WashDOT says drivers will need to use State Routes 155 and 174 during the closure. State Route 25 will also close during this time for culvert removal. Prosecutors in the University of Idaho murder case says the judge should deny the defense's request to put the trial on pause. Bryan Kohberger's lawyers filed the motion last week, and the two are at odds over the release of materials related to the grand jury's indictment. The defense wants to pause the proceedings, then determine if there's a valid reason to do so when it obtains the grand jury information. The next hearing in the case is scheduled for June 27th. Kansas Bureau of Investigations is trying to find out who sent several Kansas state lawmakers and other public officials mail with a suspicious white powder. The KBI says over 100 letters containing the powder have been reported. Rebecca Gannon spoke with a state senator who says she received one of these letters.
Kansas legislators that are Republicans are being targeted.
Senator Molly Baumgardner received this letter.
There is some message. The message is somewhat unclear, but it was intended to be threatening.
The message reads, in part, "It is important not to choke on your ambition," and it's signed, "Your secret despirer." Included in this letter was a white powder. Roughly 30 Kansas lawmakers around the state received something similar. All of them so far have been Republicans. And now the Kansas Bureau of Investigations has to respond to each one.
We're using our finest resources, and it's being squandered because someone or a group of people are very deliberately trying to make a point.
And check out the return address.
Whoever sent this, spent the time to look up addresses. It now appears that return addresses aren't for actual individuals, but they are actually addresses for churches.
So now, every one of the 165 lawmakers in Kansas are on alert.
Everybody has to be concerned. Everyone has to take this and any subsequent threats like this very seriously.
The Kansas Bureau of Investigation sent out an update saying the powder, quote, does not contain any concerning, quote, biological agents. When we come back, we're giving you a sneak peek at actor Robert Downey Jr.'s latest venture, Downey's Dream Cars.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' compensation attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call toll-free 1-888-665-8630, Bothwell and Hamill.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin D knocks out your worst allergy symptoms, including nasal congestion, without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Claritin D.
From Cat Cave View, Apple Valley Eats.
Hey there, it's Kara here from the Bistro. I wanted to share with you our tuna tacos and our shrimp tacos. These are our version of the fish tacos, and we're all trying to make healthier decisions with our eating. These fish tacos and shrimp tacos are delicious. The first thing we want to do is get a little oil down on the grill or butter. I'm using an olive oil, canola oil blend, and then we're going to stack our tortillas just about a minute on each side. So I am using a 26-30 size on the shrimp. And then I'm going to season them pretty generously with an Old Bay style seasoning. Now we're going to turn the shrimp. We're going to come back to our tortillas. You want to put a little bit of cabbage on the bottom. I'm going to pull them off the grill. Now we're going to add pico de gallo. And then we top with our chipotle sauce. And then we rough chop some cilantro and finish with that. They're light but filling and full of flavor. About a year and a half ago at the Bistro, we brought in a tap cooler and have beer available on tap. Make sure when you're ordering lunch and dinner that you pair a delicious local beer that we have here on tap.
One bite of 100% Angus beef ballpark frank, and you'll say, hello, summer. Oh yeah, it's ballpark season.
Men's Health Awareness Month from Prosser Memorial Health, prosserhealth.org.
Let's get closer to home on this Monday morning. Beautiful shot out at our Legends Skycam, right at the Legends Casino in Toppenish. So folks, around our areas, we are breezy and we are chilly. We are 10 to 15 degrees off of our average highs for this late in June. My goodness, a little bit more cloud coverage as the day goes on for the Yakima Valley area. And again, keep an eye out for a quick spritz or two. Best chance will be in the afternoon hours for the Mid-Columbia. And over the Blues, staying pretty chilly. Winds are going to be 10 to 20 mile per hour winds today, so they're going to be picking up. So do get ready for a chilly Monday, and even cooler temperatures for your Tuesday are on the way.
Robert Downey Jr. tunes up some of his classic cars into something more sustainable in his new series debuting this week. Rick Damigella reports.
Cars of the 60s and 70s just make your heart beat a little faster. As a red-blooded American boy, I wanted in. 42 years later, I had actually amassed a collection.
Robert Downey Jr.'s cars go from gas guzzlers to eco-friendly in Downey's Dream Cars.
I'm an idea man, so I enlisted a team of folks to restore my cars in ways that are less harmful to the planet.
It's not a typical car show, nor geared towards a typical audience.
Well, that was definitely our ambition. This was a car show for car people. This is a car show for non-car people. It's also a show that is really about something even more than just cars, but first and foremost, we wanted it to be entertaining.
I'm what you call I'm a gearhead. I'm a grease monkey.
Are we sure he's the right guy to be hosting this show?
Downey Jr. hopes the show may even inspire viewers.
But I think experientially, I think it's going to be a lot easier for folks who maybe aren't gearheads like us, but to have a DIY experience, even if you're just switching out some of the components to greener elements.
The show's builders include Rich Benoit.
They wanted us to actually convert a lot of his cars to be a little bit more sustainable. They were older vehicles running on either diesel or gasoline, and he wanted a little bit more of a green flair to them.
Imagine someone pulling up next to me and saying, "Hey bro, does your Riv still have the original nailhead in it?" Sorry dude, it's a hybrid.
Revved up in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Downey's Dream Cars debuts on the Max streaming service on Thursday.
Fantastic. A lot of pushes to make things more sustainable in recent times.
Yes, yes.